Good evening, I'm Lee Anderson. Luke Wirkkala is a free man tonight. Earlier this afternoon, a jury acquitted the Bend man of all charges, overturning the result of his 2015 trial. In 2013, Wirkkala was charged in the shooting death of David Ryder. Alec Nolan has more on how this man went from being convicted of murder to walking away completely innocent. Alec?
That's right, Lee. By a vote of 10-2, Wirkkala was found innocent of all charges, including lesser charges of manslaughter. He now walks free for the first time in 8 years.
Find the defendant as to manslaughter in the first degree, not guilty.
Once a convicted murderer, now a free man. Luke Wirkkala hugging his attorneys after the last not guilty verdict was read in court. Wirkkala was found guilty of murder in 2015 in the shooting death of David Ryder. An Oregon Court of Appeals overturned the verdict, ordering a retrial. The court said the jury the first time around should not have heard a police interview beyond the point where Wirkkala invoked his right to an attorney.
And what do you do after that, after you wrap it up?
I said, I'll kill you.
So you say, I'll kill you. He's still coming towards you.
Okay.
Right.
Wirkkala, now 40, claims Ryder sexually assaulted him after a Super Bowl party, and the killing was in self-defense.
So in this case, if Ryder entered this dwelling or remained, stayed in the dwelling, committed a sexual assault or an act against Luke, that's a crime. He's in a dwelling. Check, we hit the elements necessary to allow deadly force.
Attorney Sean Colley of Colley Law Group in Bend says Wirkkala's actions are justified as self-defense, but it's not technically under an Oregon law. Although the majority of states have a stand your ground law, Oregon does not. But sometimes legal precedents can be just as important. The precedent coming from an Oregon Supreme Court case, State v. Sandoval in 2007, where a person is justified in using physical force upon another person to defend himself from what he reasonably believes to be the use or imminent use of unlawful physical force. In defending, a person may only use that degree of force which he reasonably believes to be necessary.
It may not be in the laws, it may not be in the statutes, but it's how the courts interpret and apply the law. It can be just as powerful and just as helpful for us.
Wirkkala's attorney said he not only acted in self-defense, but in defense of his home and family when Ryder refused to leave.
And this is, according to the defendant, a life or death struggle.
Whereas prosecutors argued that Wirkkala had to go to his room, arm himself with a shotgun, and then return to shoot Ryder. But Sean Colley says justice prevailed.
I believe very strongly our system's not perfect, but I believe it's the best one we got in the world.
Wirkkala's family did not want to comment on camera, but told us this verdict restores a little of the faith they lost in the justice system. Lee, back to you.